What's happening, you beautiful Leeds faithful? Buckle up, because I've got 3 absolute bombshells that are going to shake Elland Road to its very foundations. We're talking about moves that could define our entire Premier League campaign. And I'm not even joking when I say your heart is going to be racing by the end of this. First off, smash that like button right now if you're ready for some proper Leeds United chaos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you even doing with your life? Hit that notification bell, because you do not want to miss what's coming next. So here's the deal. White's Army, we got a striker situation that's about to give Daniel Farke the sweetest headache in football history. A $16 million star who just made a statement that'll have you punch in the air, and a signing that's literally happening as we speak. That could change everything. I'm talking about medical rooms, private jets, and decisions that could make or break our season. The tension is real. The stakes are massive. And every single one of these stories connects to show you exactly why this transfer window might be the most important in our recent history. Are you ready to find out why our #1 target just crushed our dreams, but why it might be the best thing that ever happened to us? Let's dive in. Rodrigo Muniz, the name that's been on every White's lips all summer long. The Brazilian striker we've been chasing like our Premier League lives depended on it. And guess what? He's gone. Fulham have just handed him a new contract, and I'm telling you right now, this sting's more than losing in the playoffs. But wait, before you start throwing your scarves at the TV, let me tell you why this might actually be genius. Think about it, Leeds faithful. We were so obsessed with Muniz that we might have missed the bigger picture. Daniel Farke has been playing 4D chess while we've been crying into our bathroom. The reports were everywhere. Muniz was supposedly our #1 target. Earlier this summer, every journalist worth their salt was saying Fulham's Brazilian was the man to fire us back to Premier League glory. We were dreaming of those goals, those celebrations, that connection with the Elland Road faithful. But Serie A giants Atalanta were also sniffing around, making this a proper 3-way battle for his signature. The lad was reportedly keen on a move too, which makes this sting even more. We've already bagged Dominic Calvert-Lewin on a free transfer, a proper Premier League proven goal scorer. Then Lucas Nmecha goes and scores the winner against Everton like he's been wearing white his entire life. And now, while we're all mourning Muniz, guess who's about to walk through the doors at Thorpe Arch? The football gods work in mysterious ways, don't they? This rejection hurts. I won't lie to you. Muniz was supposed to be the answer to our striker problems. The lad who'd take the pressure off everyone else, who'd guarantee us goals in this brutal Premier League season. But you know what? Maybe the universe had other plans. Maybe this setback is exactly what we needed to realize that our strike force is already becoming something special. The White's Army doesn't accept defeat. We turn it into victory. And speaking of turning things around, you're about to hear something that'll restore your faith in this beautiful chaos we call Leeds United. Joel Pyro, our Dutch magician, our championship golden boot winner, our $16 million investment, just did something that'll have you believing in loyalty again. While half the football world was trying to poach him, this absolute legend looked them all in the eye and said, "Thanks, but no thanks, I'm staying at Leeds." A few other clubs. That's what Pyro said when asked about interest. Can you imagine? Multiple clubs, probably offering him more money, easier fixtures, less pressure. And what does our boy do? He chooses us. He chooses the Whites. He chooses the madness of Elland Road over the comfort of somewhere else. This lad didn't just reject random offers either. We're talking about proper interest from clubs that could offer him Champions League football. Bigger wages, less scrutiny, but Pyro looked at all those shiny opportunities and said, "Nah, mate, I'm staying put." That's the kind of mentality that separates legends from journeymen. He's not here for the easy ride. He's here for the glory. The club didn't want to let him go, but more importantly, he didn't want to leave either. But here's the bit I'll give you goosebumps. He even rejected the chance to go back to PSV, his beloved former club. When asked about it, Pyro said it would be great to return to PSV someday, but not right now. All I want is to play for Leeds in the Premier League. Can you feel those shivers running down your spine? That's what commitment sounds like. That's a player who believes in our project. And when he talks about the Arsenal game, the excitement in his voice is infectious. This isn't a player going through the motions. This is someone who genuinely can't wait to pull on that white shirt and show the Premier League what he's made of. Pirro started against Everton, showed some beautiful touches, and now he's ready to prove he belongs at this level. He's determined to make his mark. This is what we're talking about. This is the spirit that built this club. Pirro doesn't just want to be here, he wants to prove himself here. He wants to show the Premier League what Leeds United strikers are made of. Now we've got Calvert-Lewin, Mecca, and Pirro all fighting for that striker spot like gladiators. Fark's got options, proper quality options, and they're all desperate to wear that white shirt with pride. But hold on to your season tickets, Whites. Army, because what I'm about to tell you next is going to send Elland Road into absolute meltdown mode. Noah Okafor is literally in the air right now, flying to Leeds United for his medical as we speak. The AC Milan star, the Swiss international, the player who impressed us in Dublin. He's chosen US over Everton, over Arsenal, over everyone, Fabrizio. Romano himself has posted the pictures. Okafor on that private jet heading to West Yorkshire, ready to become a White. 4-year contract, $20 million deal, and Daniel Fark personally pushed for this signing. This isn't just a transfer. This is a statement of intent. The numbers are absolutely mental when you think about it. Okafor brings 110 appearances and 34 goals from his time at RB Salzburg, plus Champions League experience from both Salzburg and Milan. This lad has faced the best teams in Europe and held his own. And now he's coming to Elland Road, ready to terrorize Premier League defenses with that pace and versatility that made Milan fork out millions for him in the first place. He's only 25 years old and already has 24 caps for Switzerland. This is quality? But here's what gets me even more excited. Everton and Arsenal both made late moves for Okafor, but he chose Leeds. He looked at all his options and decided that our project, our ambition, our incredible fan base was where he wanted to be. That tells you everything about where this club is heading under Farka. Milan were open to selling, and Okafor could have gone anywhere, but he chose the Whites. Think about this for a second. We started the summer chasing Moonies, feeling sorry for ourselves, wondering if we'd have enough firepower for the Premier League. Now look at us. Calvert-Lewin, Pirro, Mecha, and within hours, Okafor. That's not just depth. That's an embarrassment of riches. We're looking at close to 100 million spent this summer, and Okafor will be our second most expensive signing after Anton Stash. And the timing? Okafor should be ready for Arsenal away on Saturday. Imagine walking into the Emirates with this kind of firepower. The Whites army traveling down south, knowing we've got options that would make any Premier League manager jealous. This Swiss wizard can play anywhere across the front line. He's exactly what Fark needed for his tactical flexibility. But here's what really gets me emotional about all this. While we were heartbroken about Muniz, the universe was preparing something even better. Sometimes the transfer you don't get leads you to the transfers you need. Okafor brings pace, versatility, Champions League experience, and the hunger of a player who chose Leeds over bigger clubs. White's army, we're not just building a squad. We're building a family of players who want to be here, who are ready to fight for this badge, who understand what it means to wear white. So here's my question for you. Are we actually stronger because Muniz stayed at Fulham? Are we looking at the most exciting striker situation Leeds United has had in years? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're buzzing about Okafor, and make sure you're subscribed because this transfer window is far from over.